Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Swift Contractors Corner. We're here, we're live. Happy New Year, everyone. Today is January 4th, 2022. Oh my gosh, we made it. Hey, I really hope this year is better than last year and better than the year before. And, I don't know, I'm hopeful, I'm a little pessimistic, and whatever. I'm optimistically pessimistic. That, I know. I'm sticking with it. I don't care. I'm going with it. I see you guys starting to pop in. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Like I said, if you missed it, happy New Year. And yeah, it's not going to be a long show today. Jeff is under the weather. He caught something. It's not the Rona. It doesn't sound like so. It's, one of those things. And he's not going to be with us today. Yeah, I hope you guys are starting the new year off strong. I've seen posts from a couple of people. Seems to be a couple of hiccups so far, but hey, you know what? It's just the first couple of days, guys. Don't let it get you down. We got a whole year to go. Hopefully, we got some big, bad, beautiful things coming. Bad by being, bad like woohoo. Yeah, not like bad like oh things coming this year, and I'm hoping, like I said, pessimistically optimistic. I'm gonna stick to that. Yeah, I like that. I don't know why, but whatever. Glad you guys are here tuning in. Good to see you. If you got questions, throw them up. We're going to be talking about some stuff. I've got one little topic I want to talk about, some things that happened to Rosie and I this week. And I wanted to share that and hopefully, maybe steer some folks in the right direction on what's going on. But hey, let's uh let's do this fuel surcharge thing. Look, I don't even have my logo up. Look, there it is. My bad. I forgot to put that up. I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person. What do you want me to say? Whatever. Hey, let's jump into this fuel surcharge thing real quick and get that out of the way. What do you say? Let's go. So the fuel surcharge this week, we had a whole drop of 0.002 cents. So the fuel surcharge is not going to change for the national. Where the fuel price is down to 3.613. West Coast Pad 5 had the exact same drop, 0.002, down to 4.369. Fuel surcharge stayed the same at 0.384 for the week. West Coast is still also 12 cents because, the average didn't change between the West Coast and the national. So cool. We got that out of the way. And yeah, so yeah, you know what? Let's get back out of here, and I'm gonna get into something else real quick. So a couple days ago, Rosie and I, well, it was yesterday, no, the day before. Rosie and I were, getting ready to pick up our last load for the week. Sunday night, we run Sunday night into Monday evening. We come home Monday evening. And while she was pre-tripping her trailer, I did a quick walk around because we both always I do a walk around. I look at big major things. Rosie does the real pre-trip on our trailers, right? And we're on a target account as Surge in Lake City, Florida. And so Rosie and I both saw the same thing. I didn't point it out to her because I wanted her to see it and make a decision and go about her business, how she was going to handle her business. And basically, what she saw, and I'm going to share this picture with you guys. This is what she saw. Let me make that a little bit bigger. And this is what caught her eye. Okay. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are going to say, oh, I'd run it. And I know there are people who say I wouldn't run it. And that's fine either way. You guys make decisions based on your factors and all that sort of thing. But I immediately took pictures of this damage. It was clearly done by magic, yellow deer there. You can see how, those yellow deer marks you get. And so, yeah. So I walked in and talked to our ECT dispatch dude, Leon Wells. Love that guy. He's fun. And so I walked in and I showed him the pictures and I said, look, I'm pretty sure I don't think Rosie's going to run this. I think she's going to say no. And I said, I don't blame her because this crack is a non-terminated crack in the frame rail. To me, with it not being terminated means it can still run further and break all the way through the frame rail. And I know some people think, oh, it's okay, it's reinforced and all that kind of stuff. Well, look, you do you, we're gonna do us. And so anyhow, we let Target know. They got a mechanic out there to look at it. He looked at it, said, "Oh, that's fine, not a big deal, no worries, it's fine, good to go, run it legal, 100%. You're awesome. Go ahead." And then I told Rosie what they said, and we asked Rosie, "All right, what's your decision?" She said, "I'm not running it. We're gonna need that loaded into a different trailer." It's not that she didn't want to run the load; she just didn't want to run on that trailer. So I immediately, of course, as a good owner and boss dude, said, "You know what? I got your back. I agree 100%. If you don't feel safe with that, then by all means, they need to do something about it." And as you can see, there's a different shot of it there. And that crack is a little sketchy because, like I said, it didn't terminate. Target fought us on it. They're like, "Nope, mechanic says it's good, run it, go." It took getting into Leon, our nighttime dispatch ECT guy at the Target account, had to get people involved higher up in the Target chain. Actually contacted a awesome dude that runs that Target place, Sean. Can't think of his last name. One day I'll remember it. But anyhow, contacted Sean at home, and Sean said, "Well, why haven't they transloaded it yet?" And everybody said, "Well, we don't know, because it's not a big deal. I mean, whatever, they told us initially, well, if we have to transload, it's going to be like, hours and hours. You're going to have to wait." I'm like, "Okay, fine. We'll wait. No big deal." They're like, "Why don't you just run it?" And then they left my paperwork sitting on the counter for 2 hours, thinking that, Leon was just going to take us off the load and hand it to someone else and dispatch somebody else on it. And yeah, so what happened was Leon said, "No, now that I've seen this damage," he said, "I'm not comfortable giving this to another driver. I have one driver who said, no, we're not going to run it. I don't feel it's safe. I don't feel it's legal." And he had our back. I also sent pictures of this to David Tillman and explained to him what was going on. And I got email back from him. And he said, "You know what? The driver has the ultimate decision-making ability here. If the driver does not feel safe with the equipment, then by all means, I support your decision." So guess what? We had David's back. Swift backed us up. Even though Target, big bad, corporate Target said, "Run this thing, run it, run it, run it, run it." We had a guy in one of the offices in there for Target said, "I've only been in my job 90 days and they told me to sign off on it and let you guys go with my name attached to it." I said, "I would not be willing to do that if I were you, because that just sounds crazy. You don't even know anything about a trailer, do you?" "Nope, I don't know nothing about trailers. I push buttons on the little computer and build loads and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah." So anyhow, so yeah, he was like, I was a little amazed by it because they were completely okay with that. They're like, "Yeah, let's run it, man. Go for it. It's legal. It's safe." And their little mobile repair guy came out and said, "Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it." So the repair for this is actually fairly simple. They could either cut out this chunk, right? They could either cut it. Let me make that. They could either cut out that chunk right there, and they could weld on a new plate. They could actually terminate this crack by drilling a hole in there, which would relieve the pressure in the crack, and then weld the crack once they straighten this out. And that would be like a legit fix. They may want to put a little reinforcement behind it, but that's, whatever. But that would be a legit fix. But as it sits, it would be a no-go in my book. It was a no-go in Rosie's book. And because we stepped up and asserted our concern about it, Swift had our back all the way up through David Tillman, like I said, the VP of safety. My understanding was it was actually talked about and kudos were given for people who were involved in this. And I want to give a special thanks to Leon Wells, our dude at night, one of our people at night over there at Target Count, because he had our back and he would not give it to someone else. And other people may have, and I was pretty adamant that, if I saw another driver get given this load, I was going to hang out all night and be like, look, you might want to look at that trailer real good because they're saying go for it. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't do it. But, everybody's got to make their own decision. But I would have done what I could to educate people on my thoughts and my experience and that sort of thing. And yeah, so, I don't know. J&J, good to see you. I see you there. Ken Kelly, awesome, brother. Glad to see you. Matt, under the weather, it sounds. I heard also. Yeah, Dennis Lewis, good to see you, buddy. And like Rosie said right here, I'm just shutting down in Pembroke, New York. Oh my God, that's too far north, man. I bless your heart. Thank you for doing that, so I don't have to. I appreciate it. And Rosie right here, so glad we had so many people backing her decision. And that, my friends, is important. It truly is. If you don't feel right about something, look, I'm not saying just because you want to get out of a load, go make up some crap, because that's, you guys know as well as I do, that's BS. And look, we're out here to run freight and haul freight for our customer, Swift Transportation. And, abusing that thing that we call safety and saying, oh, well, I don't feel safe. You know what? That's on you. I mean, if you legitimately don't feel safe, then by all means, stick to your guns. Don't let people talk you into things that you're not safe with. Unless you absolutely trust the person who's doing the talking, look, you got to cover your butt. If we had run that and that trailer snapped where that crack was, that would have fell directly on Rosie. It would have fell on me as the owner of the vehicle. It would have fallen on Swift. And finally, it would have fallen on Target for pushing us to do it. But ultimately, it would have fallen on our heads first, us, the driver. So I'm really glad that Rosie, and again, with no prompting from me, I let her make her own decision. I'm like, look, Leon needs to know what we're doing. And she said, nope, not going to do it. And I was very proud of her. And I felt like, a good trainer at that moment in time. And so, yeah. Happy New Year, Craig. Glad to see you, buddy. We're glad you're here. And what did Ken say here? I just refused a loaded trailer Sunday for almost the same thing. Don't play with non-terminated cracks. Exactly, Ken. And a lot of people don't understand this part here. A non-terminated crack, meaning that crack, I'm going to go back into that picture, and I really want to stress this. If you look real hard here, that crack is still got little stress marks in the end of that crack, right? So that crack is still running. If it ran out and it cracked here and it broke off, that's fine. That's different. Because the way metal stresses and fatigues, all right, this crack could very well go up. It very well could go down and follow that bend. It could go up and snap that entire frame rail, just from the pressure being exerted downward by the weight of the trailer and the weight of the cargo. Like I said, if that crack were terminated, you could simply drill a hole at the end of the crack. Drill a hole. It relieves the pressure of the crack, and then fill that and weld it and reinforce it, and that would be a legit deal. But with a non-terminated crack, that crack can go any direction. Just like with glass, when you see a crack in your glass, that stuff's no joke, right? Those cracks can go any kind of direction they want. Exactly. You see it in the windshield, Ken. That's exactly what I was saying. And those cracks can go 92 directions and then make 92 more cracks. It's absolutely insanity. And steel is under a different type of pressure, a different type of force. Glass, like windshields and those things are super pressurized. I don't know if you guys understand that, but that's, multiple pieces of glass pressed together with a film between them that makes them what they are. And so they press them with extreme pressure, and it's crazy. Anyhow, but that's what allows those cracks to go in different directions. And as long as that crack is unterminated or not terminated, we'll say, it can do really bad things. And having no history on knowing how long that crack was there, we don't know if that crack had grown since this had happened. So Rosie made a good decision. I mean, I back her 100%. And I would back any of you making the same decision. And if you ever feel like you're making a decision based on safety and someone in, whether it's in the company, whether it's the shipper, the receiver, who, what have you, um, you got to let people know. I'm telling you, David Tillman wants to know. People in safety want to know. They want to know that we're being supported in making these decisions that help keep the company safe, um, and help keep the motoring public safe, as well as our drivers, our contractors, all the drivers, and everybody involved. I mean, how many people do you drive past every day? And at any moment, this crack could have snapped. That trailer could have went two directions, and there'd be cream cheese and all kinds of stuff all over the road. And man, that just sucks. And like Dennis said here, Rosie, good decision. He would have made the same one. Good on you, babe. I love that woman. I know. She's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I can never say enough good things about her. I don't even know how she puts up with me, to be honest. I'm a blessed man, I tell you. And but yeah, you guys. But yeah. So if you ever have, excuse me, safety concerns, I mean, legitimate safety stuff, and if it's something minor and you're concerned about it, by all means, do some research, ask some questions, reach out to us on the group, text me directly, private message me, whatever, reach out to someone else you trust, ask a mechanic, point it out to him. Just keep in mind, I had a mechanic say, run it, it's fine, it's totally legal and safe. Oh, by the way, Target has now deadlined this trailer until it is repaired. The following day, some bigger people got involved. There was a big discussion, and they decided that this trailer, because of what we said and our opinions and our thoughts, and that they are going to deadline this trailer. And so, well, there was one caveat. They said, unless we need it for an emergency run, and then we'll let the driver make the decision. So, guys, look, this trailer here at Target's trailer 66067 is in serious need of work. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now. You got Target guys that watch. Keep an eye out for that trailer. Make sure this thing is fixed. It's on the passenger side of the trailer, right about where the tandems would be set all the way up. Keep an eye out for it, and don't pull that trailer. I mean, look, you want to do it, you take that risk and responsibility, but it's not worth it, guys. But yeah, so if you guys feel like there's something that's a safety issue, I really want to encourage all of you guys, speak up, express the concern. Don't just screw it, I'll run it. Just because the next guy would run it doesn't mean you should. Just because he would doesn't mean you should. You get it? Um, there's trailers in the past where I, being on a truck by myself, probably maybe would have run this. I'm not gonna lie. I have, since those years, become more uh, careful about these sort of decisions. I'm not the risk taker I used to be, and I think I'm a little wiser, and I hope I'm a little wiser, right? Trying to make better decisions that could affect my life, the life of those around me, and that sort of thing. So, you guys, seriously, don't ever feel like you have to do something you're not comfortable with, or don't feel safe doing, because it's just not worth it. It's not going to pay off. That couple bucks extra you might make, or the couple hours you might save by, like we waited I don't know, 3 or 4 hours to get this transloaded onto a different trailer. We managed. I just want you to know that even though it took us about 4 hours to get this thing reloaded and ready to go, and the next trailer pre-tripped and good, we made it to our first appointment 1 minute before our appointment time. Finished our route up an hour early. So yeah, I'm just saying. And even if we had been late, we would have not been charged for that late, because it wasn't our fault, because this was a safety concern. So, if we had to, we would have sent in those MAC 22s and let people know, so make sure you communicate, guys. If you guys have any questions, by all means, throw them up. Like I said, it's going to be a short video this week. Don't have a whole lot to go on. I didn't get any updates from Brett on the load board or any of that stuff, so I don't have anything to pass on. We're really hoping that this year is going to be amazing and some cool, exciting things come out. We've lost quite a few owner ops. Well, I don't know what their numbers are. I know from our group that I just cut or dropped 15, I think it was, that have terminated their contracts or had their contracts terminated. I think most of them terminated their own contracts and went elsewhere for other reasons and for that sort of thing. that are basically 15 out of our Contractors Corner private group have been removed from the group because they are no longer contracted to Swift Transportation. So, yeah, you guys know how it goes. It's nothing personal. We just want to make sure people in the group are actually contracted to Swift so we don't get all this outside madness that happens in some of these other groups. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but whatever. But hey, I'm here to wish you all a happy new year. I hope this year is amazing for us all. I hope that we all make big money. We meet our goals. Facebook user, you joined late. What was the fuel surcharge? You know what? Look, because we're running a short show, check it out. I'm gonna make that happen. Check it out. Let's go here. Let me click another button and check it out. Padow, back at you. There we go. So the national average dropped 0.002. The West Coast average dropped 0.002. Surcharge did not change this week for the national or the West Coast. So there you go. What do you think about that? I'm just saying, we made something happen just for you. Let's see. J&J, JAJ, Jadge, Nillum. Look, I don't even know how to say that. Also, be careful while fueling. If the fuel cap is located toward the rear of the cab, it could lose air and crush your hand. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Hey, Ken, you know what? I don't want to hear from you right now about this. He wants to know if I cleared that error message on my Zonar yet. And no, sir, I have not. It is still there because I'm a lazy bones, as my buddy on the Cartnarks likes to call people. Do you guys see those guys, the Cartnarks? I love that guy. I don't even know why. I will watch that guy all day long. God, man, if that guy made videos all day, I would watch all day. Anyhow, that's bad. I'm sorry. So no, I have not, Ken, and I don't know. I have no excuse. I'm just being a slacker. The logs are updating. They're doing what they're supposed to do. I just had that stupid malfunction error displayed on there. The logs have been posting the way they're supposed to. I don't know. I'll probably do it this week. I might not. You guys know how I am. I get squirrel. I get sidetracked on things, and I forget to do things. So what do you want me to say, Ken? I feel like you're picking on me, buddy. Want to fight about it? We can step outside. Not really. We're too old for that crap. So, yeah. The Zonar, routing. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a big fan. I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe someone's got some suggestions for you. I'm simply using my Ram McNally and making it go. I know the route I need to go pretty much wherever I go. I just make it follow me. You know what I mean? I pull up Google Maps. I find the truck gate. I punch in the longitude, latitude for wherever my truck gate is. I punch that in on my Garmin GPS, and I let it route me to there, and I find the best route. And if it doesn't want to go the route I go, I make it go where I want to go because I know where I'm going. And it says all the time to me, be in the right lane. And I'm like, whatever lane I'm in is the right lane. Don't yell at me. Me and my Garmin, we yell at each other a lot. I don't understand it. She's a little mean to me, but whatever. Ken, I'm sure it's an easy fix. I just haven't got to it, buddy. Honest to God. What'd you say there? CW, have the Ram McNally 8-inch tablet, and it's terrible. Keeps getting lost. Oh, yeah. So, I wasn't a fan of the Ram McNally. I've had one for years and years and years. Gone through the tablets and all that stuff. The cool thing about Ram McNally was finding truck stops along my route. That was the best feature of that thing. Honestly. So I went to the Garmin, and it's still a little wonky sometimes. What does this one say? Zonar never tells you what side of the street the customer's on. I know, right? It's kind of annoying. I don't like that as well. Ken chimed in. The Point app didn't send a single trip I scanned, so I went back to Engage. Yeah. So I just, you know what? Look, I'm still doing it old school because we fuel every day, and we usually fuel at one of the majors, and so we just walk inside and scan our stuff every night. Honestly, guy, when we stop to get our fuel or shift change or whatever. Yeah. Craig Hutchins said Garmin is the way to go. I agree, man. I dig their products. Dennis said, FYI, everyone, please be careful out here on the roads. The weather is crazy everywhere. If you don't feel safe, shut down. By all means, absolutely, you guys. That goes back to what we talked about earlier. You are the captain of your ship, and what you say goes. Okay. Don't be that guy that says, oh, it's raining and it's drizzling, and I don't want to really make this run. I just want to be late, and I can't make this appointment or whatever. And you just, oh, it's too unsafe. Look, people have weather apps that can see what's going on. So I mean, be legit, you guys. What's that? Watch the addresses, and you can tell even numbers on one side, odd on the other. Yep, true. What's this one? I don't know what that says. I don't even know who that is. Who are you? I feel like that's weird. It's a strange statement. I don't know who you are, but thanks for watching. Don't know what you're saying. BOR.NGO. Hey, that's cool. Whatever, man. And I can't pronounce your name. Leonard, that trailer that I showed is in fact in Lake City. It is 66067. So yeah, man. If you're there, be careful. They apparently have deadlined it, and like I said, they said they're only going to use it if they absolutely have to, and they will let the driver know. You know as well as I do, that's probably not going to happen. So keep an eye out for it. If you're over there, keep an eye out. By all means, check it out. You guys, if you don't have anything else, no questions, yeah, we're going to wrap this up. We've been on here just coming up on 30 minutes now. So I just want you guys to remember, please, and re-stress, you guys. If it's a safety issue, by all means, bring it up. Don't let someone push you into something you're not comfortable with. You should always push your own boundaries a little bit in a daily basis, I think, because that's how we grow, but not crazy, right? On trailers, watch the repairs. Should be a trapezoid plate welded over them. Yes, I like it. I'm going to nod with approval on that one. All right, guys. If you don't have anything else, I appreciate you tuning in and hanging out. And God, you guys, seriously, I don't think you guys really understand how much and how grateful I am that you guys are here every week, and you come over here and you listen to me ramble and talk like a nut job sometimes. And sometimes I talk about things that you guys don't want me to talk about, or they make you uncomfortable, whatever. But hey, that's how we're all going to learn. We can get into some good discussions and in the group, all that sort of thing. Happy New Year to you all. I wish you all nothing but success. I really hope that you're looking after each other. And by all means, if any of you need me, holler. I'm going to be home till I'm not going back to work till Thursday. But hit me up on Facebook, message me, hit me in the group, whatever. You guys be safe. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time here on Swift Contractors Corner. Be safe.